I'm going to be decorating for Christmas in the next couple of days, and this odd-shaped entryway table needs a topper. And I keep thinking, what can I do? I need something fast and simple, but I want it dramatic and I want it pretty. I think I have an idea. So stick with me and I'll show you what I'm thinking. Here at Quilting Plus More, we're all about bringing your quilts to life so that they can be enjoyed for generations. I am making a custom quilt topper for my entryway table. I am using the pattern Scrap Petal Garden, and I'll leave a link in the description below so that you can head over there and check out this pattern. Now, to make my pattern, I am using freezer paper. All I'm going to do is take this freezer paper, lay it on top of my table, trace around the edge in pencil, and cut it out. And voila, I have my pattern. The wonderful thing I like about this is actually two things. First, the pattern is going to be reusable. And second, by using the freezer paper, once I have that pattern cut out, all I have to do is lay that on my background fabric and with the wax part down and iron that on, and it stays in place. I can easily cut around that and I'm done. The fabric that I pulled, I actually shopped my stash and I pulled a series of background fabrics and then petal fabrics. If you haven't shopped your stash in a while, I really encourage you to challenge yourself to do that for several projects. I'm really having a lot of fun just playing and experimenting and literally watching my quilt come alive. When I started mixing and matching my background with my petals, I kind of started getting into the analysis paralysis. I really can be an overanalyzer. What I have found that helps me make my decision is that I take pictures. I will audition my different choices, take pictures, and I'll do that for all of the different combinations. And I find that when I look at those pictures, I'm able to fairly quickly make a decision. And ultimately what I chose are these three. This one is going to be my backing. This is going to be my background, and then my petals for my flowers. Now, to make my petals, I'm going to use soft fuse, and this is a fusible web. So all I'm going to do is fuse some of this to the back of this petal fabric. Once it's cooled, I'm going to rough cut out the size of my petal on my die. So I will rough cut that out, lay it over here, put my mat on, and run it through. I'll be able to get several layers in here too. So I'll be cutting multiple leaves at one time. Woohoo, right? Fast. So once I get that done, then I'm going to peel the paper off the backing of my newly cut leaves, lay them on my background fabric, and once I have the design that I want, I'm going to iron those on. And once that has cooled, I'm going to take that over to my domestic sewing machine, and I'm going to do an applique or blanket stitch around the edge of those leaves. And that's just going to give them a little extra security. The other thing that I'm going to do too is the thread that I'm going to use for that blanket stitch is going to kind of blend with this, but it will also give some extra texture to the leaves as well. Now for the quilting. I am going to use my go-to batting, which is Quilter's Dream Orient. This batting is super, super, super soft. I am going to double layer my batting. The thread I'm going to use is a metallic thread, And I have it in gold, silver, and then this white kind of iridescent, beautiful, beautiful colors. In the past, I have used the cream and this silver together, and it just shimmers and looks like snow. It's absolutely gorgeous. As far as the quilting goes, in Julie World, the denser the better. And so that is probably what will happen. Not probably, it is what will happen. My plan is to stitch in the ditch around the petals and then do dense quilting on the whole background. And by doing it, these petals are just going to pop. And it's basically a trapunto look. I kind of call it a faux trapunto because it's not the traditional trapunto, but the look, it's pretty close and it's beautiful. This pattern and project is super simple. I made a larger quilt using this pattern, and this video right here shows how I quilted it and explains the steps that I took to help me be successful. So click right here and I'll meet you over in that video.